By the way, have you started your live stream yet?
Yes.
Because I haven't seen it.
Yep. Yeah, I started the live stream, so it should be coming online to YouTube here shortly. How long is it? Like a 30-second delay? I just can't remember how long that delay is.
Oh, I will say, give me a minute, second. I need to check the voice. Yes, I can hear you. Yeah, it's about 20 seconds to 30 seconds of delay, but it's all right.
Okay, so we're good to go, right?
But I have found another problem. It's that on your live stream. Uh,
Yep, I'm going to fix that right now. How's that?
I don't know how you are able to fix that. I'll just give you a screenshot and you will see what I see on my side on YouTube. It's like this, and I will say the audience is barely able to see anything. Yeah, if that's what they get.
Yeah, no,
Oh, it's better now. It's better now.
yep,
Yeah, now everything is good.
okay. Okay, yeah, so what it is when I changed, I've got three camera shots. The camera face is the one where my face is on there, a Google Doc picture where
I don't
it's
know how,
just.
how you are able to fix that. I'll just.
There we go. Okay. A Google Doc camera pic that shows just the Google document, and then a Discord trial picture which shows all three participants or however many participants. But for some reason, it turns the picture or the document around. So I haven't quite figured out how to make it so the document shows up the correct way and shows all the participants. So, I mean, when I go to Discord trial, I can see everybody on there. But when I go to Google Doc, now the Google document's the correct direction, and so we can just stick with the Google document and call it good.
Right.
So, I am going to go back up to here. Yeah, I did the view this morning, and I got the same thing I got yesterday. So let's take a look at what we got. Did Leo submit a target? Or
I don't think so. But if he wants to, he can do a snap view just like me. Take a 2 or 3 minutes time and see what he can get from it.
Yeah, that would be great. You know, if we could do an audio version or even a text version if you want, and he can just talk it out and tell us what he sees. So.
But in that case, maybe we should start from Leo's data because once we start discussing our data, it will probably affect him in some ways.
Yeah, exactly. So let's get Leo on. Let's get Leo on and let's start having him tell us what he sees.
OK，Leo，你现在有一点空吗？
你说，我在呢。
没有，就那个，就我们在做一个小测试、小测验，就是有没有办法，就是用 live stream 的方式，就是直接现场直播，就是告诉我说，哦，你感受到什么东西？对，
可以啊，
没有这个没有对错。我先跟你讲，那个 remote viewing 错的几率很高，这个是每个人都知道的事情，所以错了不奇怪。对啊，就是当玩游戏嘛。而且坦白讲，这一次我们每个人交的资料其实都不太一样，所以我觉得也没有什么感到有压力的，对吧？啊，因为我怕我刚刚跟 Jeff 说，我怕我们开始讨论之后，我们的资讯会影响到你的一些就是感觉，所以我会觉得说，不如就从你先开始讲吧，对吧？啊，如果你现在我不知道你怎么做会比较有效，但通常对我而言，我做 remote viewing 的时候，我都是可能静下来，深吸一口气，可能停个5秒、10秒钟，然后拿出一张白纸，然后就开始写字啊，但也不一定要拿白纸，就是 想到什么字就说出什么字，或是有什么感受就直接讲出来。对啊，只是因为自己做 remote viewing 的时候，我都一定会有一点时间嘛，就是自己写啊。其实你如果看到我这次写的纸本，我只用了3分钟就做完了。对，好的 remote viewing 通常也不用花很多时间啊，就是几分钟的事情啊。但是如果是专业的，他们可能就会花很多时间啊，因为他们能够拿到很多资料啊，我拿不到很多资料，所以我都是几分钟之内就草稿结束。对啊，你也不用太大的压力啊，就一个小测试嘛，就小游戏，就
你告诉我，
你就想着一个号码28022928，28022928，对，你觉得这个号码你感受到的是怎样的一个东西？就情绪啊、环境啊或气氛啊，什么都好。对，28022928。
OK，大概的。那你等我几分钟，我先挂掉。
可以啊，等一下。
OK。
Jeff, Leo agrees that he is going to give it a try and see what he can do remote viewing practice on live stream. Yeah, and I already told him that not to be too stressed out, and just take it easy. And he told me that he needs maybe several minutes to prepare for this.
Oh no, he doesn't get several minutes. He's got to do it right away. hey, also tell him he doesn't have to speak it in English. He could just do it in however whatever native tongue he wants to use. I mean, just let it go.
Yeah, and I'll do the translation as fast as possible.
Yep, sounds good.
就那个 Jeff 刚刚讲啦，就是其实你也不一定要花几分钟，就是因为 remote viewing 不是思考的东西啊，它是一种很靠直觉跟感官的东西。你也不一定要讲英文，就你中文用词，你想到什么你都可以讲。对啊，我是觉得就2-3分钟内就结束就好，我们不用太那个。Oh, I just found that. Jeff,
Yep.
I'll tell you something. I just found that Leo has been offline now. I guess he's doing his remote viewing session. So he is cutting off the live stream.
Nice. Well, I'll tell you what. While he's offline, let's take a look at the data real quick.
Yeah. So I think he will be back in a moment. So it won't bother him anymore if we start discussing our data.
Exactly. So.
All
right.
Okay. So starting with my data. Well, I just spend like 3 minutes to try to probe this target. And I have zero confidence of what I'm writing, and what I'm perceiving is a wide open space area, and I feel like I'm seeing the whole scenery on a high vantage point, and I feel it's a countryside and it's a daytime, and I can feel the light is bright, and there are some clouds. Even though I didn't draw clouds in my paper session, and the most noticeable object I perceived is what I would say a flying balloon. Far in the distance, I think it's a balloon, but I'm not so sure. It's just a big flying object over there, and it is floating, and floating there. So that's probably what makes me think that it could be a balloon. But I also roll that it's an LL, so it's an analytic overlay. Maybe there is something there, but yeah, my interpretation of that something is a balloon, and looking downwards, I can see there are fields and crops, and yeah, so that's why I feel I'm in the countryside and I can see roads and reaching far away. Yeah, that's basically all I get from this target.
All right. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. I got some of that. The bright light on top. I definitely got that. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So moving on, next I think next one is from you, right?
Yeah. So this is my first one.
Mm-hmm.
And it just looks like, for some reason, the picture of that I drew right underneath the top of it. It's some sort of. It's got holes. It's got energy. I don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But slight breeze or smoky, pitted hole, smooth curved, and there's power. So I really wasn't. It's either a monolith or it's a heater of some kind. I mean, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So basically, anyways, it's a man-made structure in your data.
Not 100% sure it's man-made. It could have been. It could have been a natural made, but it's got pitting and holes in it. So. Not really sure. My second one looks a lot like an engine. My second view. But yeah, I had no clue on that one. I didn't even try to figure it out. I just got the basic data.
So, what did you wrote? Surrender to the flow. Oh, okay.
So it just felt like I was looking down on something, and it felt smooth, curved surface, a pit or a hole, a descent. It felt like I was descending. So I don't know. A lot of random stuff, and I couldn't figure out what it was.
So, but basically, the feeling you get is maybe you are somewhere in the sky or dropping down and
either up higher going down or on the surface going down. I mean, I don't know. I just felt like I was doing a little descending.
That's all right because not every time when I remove you, I can get data. It happens.
Yep.
So now let's move on to our last submission from Snowblind. What did he wrote? Impression, land, mountain, height, water, yes, snow, maybe fog or mist, and man-made. I don't know. Space, yes, open area.
So he's not sure.
And natural, natural environment.
Either. So he didn't know if it was man-made or not. God, I wonder if it's Mount St. Helens.
Energy, yes. And daytime, sunlight, but not super bright. Maybe cloudy. And light wind. And
I am standing in...
the last comments he wrote is, I'm standing in dirt to take the picture. I'm moving to see both the mountains and the trees. And move backwards much. Something in the way. Mist or clouds will make a great shot. And slight breeze and what? I don't know.
Oh, it's a little chilly. So it's a little cool.
Oh, a little chilly.
Yep.
A little chilly. And summary, I'm
struggling to see the picture.
Oh, I'm struggling to see the picture, but I feel like I'm there to, so to speak. I'm
he's
getting images. He's getting images of mountains, valleys, mist, and the sun behind cloud, but I can't get it all together. So he is basically saying that he is getting random pieces here and there when he is trying to do this target.
Right. Yeah. So he's got a nice overview, but he's not able to get it all together. Or get a general view.
Well, it happens because after all, we are still not professional yet.
Right.
So I'm fine with that. Okay, so shall we wait for Leo coming up, or
Well,
maybe
has he come back yet?
I don't think so. But it's fine for us to do the target reveal first because Leo is not tuning in. Even though we reveal the target, he won't be front loaded. I think.
Right.
And we haven't even drew our random number yet. So the target is I would say theoretically not decided. Even though we know it doesn't work that way.
Right. So let's let's go ahead and what do you want? Just 1 to 100?
Yeah, as usual. Odd number means ordinary targets, and random means
21.
21. 21 is odd number. Then it's an ordinary target. Oh, Leo is back.
Excellent.
So
I'm back.
do you want to share with us what do you get? Standing on a city street with buildings, cars, streetlights, or traffic lights. Oh, you even take the time to draw a picture.
Did he really?
Oh, I'll put your data. I'll put your data on our ZenPandaCoin.
Nice.
Give me a moment.
God, that's a nice picture for as short a time as he took. That's awesome. So he's got the clear weather, the sunshine, and the yeah. He's got a lot of there. Oh, look at that.
I like his data too. So Leo, can you kind of give us a brief introduction of what you get from this target and what you think the target could be?
也没什么，就我描述的那些吧，就感觉在
就像是你写的那些内容吗？
就像我当时我就好像是站在那个城市一个街道上面吧，然后然后有很多大楼，我左边那栋大楼的话，我看到有一个门，我看到我画的那个图吧。这边有一道门，我左边的那栋楼是有门，然后别的就是一些大楼，然后有车，但是好像没有人，不知道为什么，好像没有人，我没看到有人。然后有一个灯，应该是路灯或者说是那个红绿灯吧，应该是路灯或者说是交通信号灯之类的东西，我没画出来。
OK, I'll do a brief
天气的话，应
translation.
该就是晴朗的天气。对，就这样。
And he basically what he drew is what he told me. And there is one thing that he said that is not in the picture. He said he feel there is probably a traffic light somewhere because he can see the light coming from it. And he is not so sure whether it's coming from the light is coming from the traffic light or maybe from the sun. Yeah, but yeah, basically that's what he get from this one. And before we do the target review, I want to I would like to raise the question that I asked Jeff last week. That is, how accurate our data would be, and how can we differentiate and tell the difference between good data or bad data or contamination, because we only know how good our data, how good the quality of our data is after the target reveal, because we have something to compare with. But before the target reveal, everything we get seems plausible, seems likely, or could be right or could be wrong, but we have no way to differentiate. So before we really disclose our target for this one, do you guys have any thoughts on how we can predict the quality of our data?
Yeah, so I mean, everybody, all the top people keep saying that if it's a vivid image in your mind, it's usually not the image. But image in your mind has bits, or part of it may be right, but usually the brain will make an image that you think it is and take some of the data. So if it really, really stands out in your mind that this is the picture, that usually tells you right away that that is probably not the right data, not the right image.
That's true. It contains some elements of truth, but not the real data.
Right, because we are very, very good at filling in blank spots. I mean, we can take small amounts of data and paint this absolutely fantastic picture. So to me,
yes,
that's why I say it's harder to get data than it is to make a picture. It's just I can paint pretty pictures all day. Very little data goes into it. The minute you start gathering the data and you keep putting it on the paper after so long, then you can put it together and a clearer picture will come out. But so I mean, like this picture that he drew, I'll bet you money that this has elements of the target. If it's not the target, then it definitely has elements of the target.
Yes, I believe so. So suppose now we are answering a request from the client, and now we are going to submit our data and to see how our clients responds to our work. What is our best guess of the target? Yeah. How do we pull our data together and submit the best result or the best assumption we can draw from all of this?
Well, that's the thing. So me and Bubbles do missing person targets, and when we work, separately, then we could take our data and pool it together and try to figure out what data coincides and what looks similar to each other. So me and Snowblind did it together, and we were able to, I would tell him one thing and he would tell me something, and we would work together on the data. So we would take common data and work together.
Yeah.
And that's what we have to do here is we literally, if we're going to have a client, we need to have all our data in one spot and then start bringing together all the common pieces.
Yeah, I feel that's the only way we can do remote viewing in a more reliable way, because everyone has got some data, maybe some good data with some bad data with some contamination. But if we combine all the efforts from different remote viewers, from different people, it is possible that we see the common thing, the common grounds, and the collaborating storyline for among all remote viewers. And I would say these common grounds contains the most elements of truth in the data.
It'll be interesting to get a group of 50 to 100 people, and then have data pulled up, and then have somebody or something, an AI maybe, go through and collect all the data and organize it. One person, it would be hard for one person to do, but an AI could do it fairly quickly.
Yes. And because now we only have got 4 data sets, and for me personally, I think there are indeed some similarities between your data and the Snowblind's and the Leo's and mine. For example, I feel that we all think it's a we are the data the target is maybe in some open environment because we all most of us consider that the environment is an open space, and Leo and me we all draw some structures or man-made structures. But for Leo, he drew a building. But for me, I drew a balloon in the sky. And I also see that in Leo's description, he drew a car, while I drew a balloon. And the car and balloon, they are all moving vehicles. So I would say, man-made structures or vehicles could be found in this target. Yeah, something man-made and could be moving, and also the environment is an open space, and we all perceive maybe it's a bright light in a broad daylight.
Yeah, I agree. So a lot of similarities. All right, you ready for that random reveal?
Yeah, and give me a second. I'm still looking. Is there anything we can draw from it?
你的 target 跟我的是一样的吗？
你说什么？
我说你的那个 data target 跟我的是一样的吗？
不太一样啊，就是我们不可能说四个人就是交，就像因为 remote viewer 都是盲视嘛，我们不可能4个人写出来的东西是一样的，但是我们可以去寻找。
我是说那个 target 是不是一样的
？target 是一样的，是一样的。
target 是一样的吗？哦 ，OK。
对 ，target 是一样的。只是我们遇到一个问题，就是我们除非知道了 target 的真实身份，不然我们没有办法评估，就是我们每次收集到的资料的品质到底是多好。那因为坦白讲，评估资料的品质有多少，那个都是事后的事情。但是我们会希望事前就能够去过滤跟筛选，因为其实每一场 remote viewing session 里面，它一定都会有，你不可能100%命中啊，你一定是有命中的部分跟 miss 掉的部分，还有跟那种还有就是污染的部分。污染的部分就是你答对了一半，但是你那答对的一部分是被你的想象力啊，或者是被你联想成其他东西。对，例如说，就像我就举一个例子嘛，像我画了一个热气球，那你画了一辆车，结果有没有可能 target 是一艘在水中航行的船？有没有可能？有可能，但是它并不完全代表说你的描述是错的，或是我的描述是错的，它只是我们把它用不同的方式去解读。例如说，我们都察觉到，就是目标可能是一个移动中的那个什么，就是交通工具。那只是你的联想方式是你联想成一辆汽车，那我的联想方式是我联想成一个热气球，对，但是实际上它是一艘船。那你在这种情况之下，我们不应该去就是很特定的把它解读成说，它一定是一艘船啊，不，它一定是一辆车，或是它一定是一个热气球。但是我们可以去看我们的共通点，就是说，它是一个那个什么一个人造的物体，那它有运输的功能，然后它会移动。对，这是一个共通点，就是不管对汽车而言，还是对船而言，还是对那个什么热气球而言，它都是共通点，它就是一个会移动的人造建筑物。对，只是你的解读跟我的解读跟真实的资料会有偏差。对，那这个东西叫做 contamination， 就叫做污染。那这个东西没有办法完全排除，因为每个人都一定有想象力。对，这个没办法。就算你是这种受过训练的 remote viewer， 你也会有 contamination。那 bad data 坏的资料也一定会出现，不可能说完全没有，因为我们不可能。我们没有到那种很专业的程度。专业的 remote viewer， 他其实的工作就是把他的 bad data 和 contamination 的比例压到最低。 对他的工作就只是这样子，那尽量让留下来的资料是 good data。那我们目前因为不太可能说就是每个人都没有 bad data 或是没有 contamination， 所以我们目前能做的事情就是说，我们可以把所有的资料都放在一起，那我们可以去比对一下，就是我们之间有哪些共通点。对，那如果有我们看得见共通点的话，那或许这些共通点，因为每个人都察觉得到，那或许就表示说这个目标确实跟这个共通点有强关联。那相反的，就是说你画出来的一些元素，如果在我这边没有画出来，或是其他人那边没有呈现出来的话，例如说，那个你描述的是一个城市的环境，那如果你去看 Snowblind， 它画的是一个山区，那你去看我的 data 是写 countryside 的，我的画的是乡间，你会发现我们的环境都完全的不一样，就是山区、乡间跟都市这个环境完全不一样，所以就表示说环境这方面我们3个人之间没有共识，那也有可能就表示说什么，我们不能够很准确的预测说哪个人是对的，但是我们可以说就是关于环境这一项，我们没有可靠的资讯，所以我们没有办法去做出任何的结论。对，但是还是有一些共同点，就是其实你画的场地看起来蛮宽阔的。那其实你去看 Snowblind 和那个 Jeff 的资料，我们都有提到，就是一个 open area、open environment， 就是宽广的区域。所以我们目前能够得知的一些共同点，就是宽广的区域，然后可能有一个移动中的人造物体、人造建筑物。然后关于天气的话，我们的共识是，它是晴朗的，是大晴天，而且是白天，不是晚上，应该是亮亮的。对。我们能够做出来的评论是如此啊，因为这些是我们共同点，所以它可能是 good data， 它可能是好资料，因为我们4个人都有那个共同的描述。但其他的内容，像是说你画了一扇门，或者是那个什么 Snowblind 画了一座大山，然后还有一些植物，还有那个什么我画了一些田地，这些我们没有办法评论它到底是 bad data 还是 good data 还是 contamination。那没办法评论的话，我们就没办法去很有信心的说它到底能不能用。但是我们能用的资料目前看起来就是宽阔的环境，然后那个白天，然后一个人造的移动物体，大概是这样子吧？对。
OK。
你觉得我们这样子的这种做法听起来有没有道理？还是你觉得不合逻辑？
觉得肯定，如果说是大家有那个共同的相同点的话，我觉得这肯定是可能是有某种联系吧，或者某种，
对，是的，因为如果真的大家都准的话，对不对？其实应该每个人的资料看起来都会类似，都会差不多，所以我们也是找类似的共同点。对，但事实上就是每一次都基本上做出来都不会这么准。那也有一些情况就是每个人都是错的，但是这个也很正常。对，每个人都错。我们上个礼拜我都不好意思在那个 ZenPandaCoin Twitter 上面发言，就是对，我们全部都 miss 掉了。对
，OK，
好，没关系。那个我们刚刚已经那个抽完我们的那个一个 target， 对，就是跟以前一样，就是如果是抽到奇数号码，就是普通的练习目标。那如果抽到偶数号码，那就是一些比较特殊的目标啊。因为今天抽到奇数，所以我们就那个普通的目标。Okay, Jeff, I've done the translation in Chinese, and now I'm going to do the target reveal. It's from our side. Give me a second. And it's from Paul C and the target 94. Paul C and the target 194. Hope we are doing great on this one. Oh my god. Oh my god. I have to say, Leo is the best. Leo is the best one. Leo is the best one.
Ready?
And I would say Jeff maybe comes second. Jeff, your data maybe comes second.
I'll bet you it's a building.
What's the picture?
Church in Las Vegas.
What's the picture?
Church in Las Vegas, Nevada. From the camera's perspective as shown in the photograph below. Well, at least we have hit one aspect of the target. That is, it's a bright daylight and it's maybe in some open area, open environment.
Wow.
Because it feels that way. Because the common grounds, the similarities we summarize from all of our submitted data is that it's in a daylight and it's in an open area, in a broad area, and we have got a man-made structure, but it's moving. It's a moving one because Leo drew a car while I drew.
Yes, and no people.
I drew a balloon.
No people.
That's funny because if I'm
你还记得我跟你说的吗？我说我好像没有看到人。
对，你说没看到人。
I think church is
没有看到人。
tower.
然后还有车。
Church in Las Vegas. God, I wish I knew where that church was.
I have no idea because it's not. We are not given the name or the place of this target, so we only get we have is a picture of it.
Yeah.
But looking at snowblinds, I wouldn't say snowblinds data is a complete miss because you see mountains typically represents something that is a triangular shaped stuff, and we can see that the church is shaped like a big triangle.
Well, see, that's the deal. So you look at the little picture that he drew. His brain may have said mountains, but that shape that he drew sure looks like that church, and it was white.
Sure.
You know, maybe his brain filled everything in.
有点像。
And in terms of daytime sunlight, it's. So we all get. I would say in terms of the general environment and the vibe and atmosphere we get from it, we hit the target. But it's just partially hit. It's daytime and the sun is bright. Bright light.
Yeah, it's bright light. You got a white target and you have a building in a city. So yeah, you're right, Leo. Damn, Leo.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm a good rainbow viewer.
But I like snowblinds too, so he's definitely a runner-up. I mean, it wasn't in the mountains, but I mean his basic.
You drew a structure. You drew a building because obviously the target is the building.
Yeah, exactly. Mine, on the other hand, look at that. It just no. Let's just say mine is wrong. I am not looking at the target. So, but yeah, that's friggin' awesome. Now, what about yours? Wide open space, yes. Bright light, yes.
The balloon.
Oh, but there's a water tower by that that church. So, and the balloon's over the horizon. Have you've seen pictures of Nevada, right?
I don't know. That's the first impression. The strongest feeling I get from this target, and I think that's the focus of this one. But it's not. It's not a balloon.
No. It's definitely not a balloon. But man, that's awesome.
So I would say, my data, most of my data is just bad data and contamination. The only thing I get it right is the bright light and the general vibe and atmosphere.
Yeah, again, small amounts of data that all of us get, whereas the none of us actually really nailed the target, except for Leo, of course. Leo he did fantastic with the snap view. So, but yeah, that's awesome. I did get vegetation.
So you also proves that good remote viewing session does not really takes you a lot of time. Even a snap view works.
Snap view works absolutely fantastic.
And Leo just demonstrated it on live stream.
Exactly.
Yeah, we didn't cheat.
I mean-
Leo just Leo just did his session like 20 minutes ago.
Well, and the fact that we just rolled the dice to see which target we were picking, and Leo picked the right target. Did very well.
Yes.
So that is just amazing. Fantastic job, Leo. Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations.
So yeah.
这个照片是一个真实的地方吗？
这个当然是真实的，
Real
只是
picture?
it's a real picture. It's from Farsight website, and Farsight website is set up in I think it's in 2010 or something. Yeah, almost like 10 or 20 years ago. So it's not possible they use AI generated pictures.
Right.
Okay.
The age of that picture is probably 2001 or maybe even 1990s. You look at
1995. Farsight is set up in 1995. So their target pool has to be something from before 1995.
Yeah, look at the cars that in the parking lot there. All those cars are really, really,
the
really
scale.
old. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'd love to find that church and take a look around on Google Map. But that would be how would you find this church? How can we find this church on Google Map?
I have no idea. Maybe we can use Google search. Yeah, and they have a function called search by picture, and Google will try to match your picture data with anything he can find on the internet.
So
Maybe you can ask ChatGPT what is there. Send the picture to ChatGPT.
So that's what I would do is after we're all done and we reviewed our data and everything's done is I would go back and I would search this picture and look at it now. This is an old picture. Take a look at that picture now and tell me what you say. Because I'll bet you money more data that we have on our the people who submitted data, I'll bet you money this is completely different than what it looks like right now. I'll bet you there's more big buildings near it, and I'll bet you Leo's picture is more accurate now than it is when the picture was taken.
Because that could be the case.
Well, the thing is the target was the church and the picture and the point of time taken. My point is maybe some of us were looking at now, not back in 1990.
It's possible.
Yeah, so the whole time thing comes into play. So
my God, I think I can find it on Google, but is it in Nevada state?
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, it is Nevada, right?
Oh, it's in Nevada.
Nevada, yeah, Las Vegas, Nevada. So it should be an easy find.
I think I know where it is. It's actually a famous place.
Okay, so post that.
Because I now taking the link to on the Discord channel, on the general channel. I think that's the place.
That's it. Oh my God. Wow.
Oh,
so
sure.
that makes a hell of a difference, right? So now we Google Earth that and we do a 360 view of that. So wow. God, my data was a lot better than I thought it was. A lot better. In fact, even Snowblind's data was a lot better than I thought it was. So now there's 2 peaks there that would look like mountains in his data. And it's white and it looks like snow. So Snowblind was literally, he painted a picture of mountains because of these 2 very steep peaks. Wow.
Oh, now I get to see the environment of this church on Google Earth. Yeah, it's definitely it's in a city, but it's also in an open area. Yeah, I can see maybe in the far distance there are tall buildings or maybe casinos. I have no idea. Yeah, in the distance.
Yeah, well, there's also a structure that looks like a balloon. It's a rounded dome. So,
Really?
oh yeah,
Really?
yeah. Do the 360 look around Las Vegas, Nevada. It's got the I can't remember what it's called. It's like a giant dome that is a great big video monitor.
Oh, yeah. I know what you are talking about.
Yeah. So I I like the fact that we came close to doing a really good remote view of this, but I like the fact even more of the fact that when you look around that picture, a lot more of our data comes through. We did a fantastic job. I mean, even I did an okay job. I didn't totally fail. So I'm really happy with my data and Leo's data, your data, and Snowblind's. That's a win-win-win. So yeah,
Well, but
cool.
I would say the question remains: how do we know the quality of our remote viewing data before the target reveal? That's a really hard one, you know. Yeah, that's a really tough question, I would say.
It is, and the problem is you know the original target is back in the 1990s, and now we have a target that's in the
Mm-hmm.
2024. So our data, how do we judge that our data is good for the time that we're supposed to be looking at the target?
Wow, that brings us another question. Yeah, I
Yeah,
have no idea. I have no idea.
yeah, that is cool. All right, well that makes me happy. Oh crap.
Yeah, we did quite good on this one, but it's actually Leo, and I'm very impressed by his ability to do such a good quality view in such a small amount of time.
Well, and that's what I keep trying to. That's why I keep trying to stress the initial look is the most important. You know, we can
Yes,
sit for hours trying to fill in the data, but that initial look, that initial random set of data, is what we're really after, and that is the most
yes.
important part. The most important part.
Mhm, mhm. So it's more like intuition work more than intellectual work.
Right, right. There's it's not that we're trying hard to pull in data. It's we're trying to relax enough to allow the data to come in.
Uh huh.
You know,
And I would say that's the hardest thing for people nowadays to let data coming in instead of working on to get data.
but see that, but that's where I disagree. I think we can we can multitask. We can have our brain working on one subject, and our subbrain, or the part that we don't think with, we can have it have the data come in. As long as we're
Mm-hmm.
able to take that data that's coming in and write it down as the rest of our brain is thinking, separate the two. It shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be. This is all hypothetical. We should be able to put
Oh,
data down in any condition at any
oh,
time.
by the way, I think we need to do a short interview with Leo and let him share with us how he made it
Yeah,
because
definitely.
可以啊，OK，
那个 Leo 不好意思啊，想请问一下，你到底是怎么做到的、啊？你才花了大概不了不起5到10分钟吧，你就画了一张简图，然后就告诉我说，哦，你觉得这个东西什么，而且还异常的像， 对，我必须说，就是你画的那个建筑物啊，还有那个道路啊，你如果上 Google Earth 去看，我靠，根本就如出一辙。当然，你画的不是教堂，但是至少你画的那个场景，跟你实际上会看到的东西非常非常的接近，对吧？你到底是怎么做到？还是你有没有什么秘诀？其实你也没秘诀，你就只是
没有，
试试看。
我也感觉没有什么秘诀。你就给我那个数字的时候，我马上把这个直播关掉，然后我就躺在椅子上，然后我就闭起眼睛，闭着眼睛，大概可能过了，可能可能都不到1分钟，我脑袋里面马上就有这个画面了，然后我就马上我就拿我旁边的这个 iPad 给它画下来。然后我一开始的话，我一开始好像是只看到了一个房子，好像，一开始好像只看到一个房子，后面我就接着去想那个数字嘛，就是心中默念那个数字，然后后面我又看到了有更多的房子，然后有看到了汽车，然后看到了汽车，但是我没有看到人，这我一个人都没有看到，我就感觉很奇怪，我那条街上一个人都没有。当时我看到就这个，然后我就给他画下来。
我们的街景也是如此，一个人都没有。
我感觉也没有什么。我平时做 remote viewing 的时候，就是晚上的时候一般都熄着灯，但是这次我没有熄灯，因为我没有准备睡觉嘛，我没有熄灯，我就直接闭起眼睛这样画。因为我之前做的时候都是熄灯，就是睡觉之前，然后顺便去做一下的，因为然后也是躺在床上嘛。这次我就直接躺在椅子上。
所以你觉得放松跟找一个可以躺着或是休息的地方，不一定要躺啊，对这件事情很有帮助就是了。
对，我感觉可能跟那个心态有关系吧，因为我之前都是说我为了要做这个 remote viewing，所以说我就强迫自己，或者说故意的去让自己脑袋比较沉静下来吧。但是这一次的话，其实你叫我突然间叫我去做这个 remote viewing 的时候，其实我没任何准备的，对吧？
对，没任何准备，对啊，我不相信你有准备。
我没任何准备，我都是意料之外的。我可能是这个时候，也许直觉可能会更强一点，因为之前是比较故意的嘛。
原来如此。
真的。
好，这就是你的。那我简单跟 Jeff 解释一下。Okay, Jeff, I have done a short interview with Theo and asking him how he did this target so well this time. And he basically said what he did like half an hour ago. Basically, when I asked him to do a snap view for this target, he just turn off the live stream and recite the target number in his mind and find a place. He told me that he lie on maybe I don't know, it's a chair or on a bed, but he basically just find a place to rest and lie on it and close his eyes and start reciting the target number and very short afterwards, there is an image coming to his mind. Initially, he thought that image is a building, but after a closer look in his mind, he find that there are other buildings, maybe in the distance, and he also think that there is a road and there are cars, but he didn't present any people on the street, and which makes him feel kind of weird. Yeah, but basically that's how he did this snap view. Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, in Las Vegas, it's really, really, really hot, and people don't walk around. So
I believe so.
Yeah, you guys are used to a lot of people walking around on the streets. There are no people walking around on the streets in Las Vegas. Everybody, if you're going to take a bus, then you walk to the bus as it's coming up because it is friggin' hot. A lot of the casinos have underground tubes that go from casino to casino. It's amazing.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Very hot.
I've heard that it's in a desert area.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah. So very dry and very hot.
Uh-huh.
Wonderful place.
And Leo also shared with us that he thinks that being in a relaxed state is quite important when doing remote viewing, because maybe it is easier for him to maybe get the data flow when he is relaxed. Also, he also told me that he tried to do remote viewing several times in the past, but it's done intentionally because he feel that he needs to do the practice and he always do his session before going to bed. So he would normally just lie on the bed and turn off the light and start doing his session. But this time he didn't expect to do the remote viewing. So it's just totally out of blue for him. And he also explains to me that maybe the fact that he didn't intentionally to do the remote viewing also gives him an edge to be able to retrieve data more easily from his subconscious mind rather than his conscious mind.
Right.
Because he is not prepared to do this kind of job, and and we just asked him to do a snap view out of blue. Yeah, so that also, so in short, being unprepared may be helpful when doing remote viewing. I don't know if that makes sense at all.
Yes.
But the more you are prepared, the more you want to do remote viewing intentionally, the worse result you will get from your data, and it might be better for you to do it, but not intentionally do it.
Right. And that's what I've stressed all along. It's better to not be prepared, not be. It's easier to let the data flow in when you're not ready for it. And don't ask me. I don't understand why. And that's what. This is why group remote viewing works. I could give you and Leo a target right now, and you guys could literally tell me bits and pieces about it.
Again? Well, okay. I think yeah. Okay. I think we can do a snap view for this time, but I have no idea what we can get or how good we are going to hit the target.
Well, if you guys want to try it right now, all you got to do is sit there and tell me what you think the surroundings
Okay.
look like. So target.
Okay. That's interesting.
Give me a
Target one.
Yeah, target one. You got to tell me just kind of basic. Give me everything basic. What's it smell like? What's it feel like? I don't know. So target one. Don't even try to think about it.
I tell you what I feel, or I draw down on the paper and give you a screenshot. I don't know.
No. You just sit there and tell me what you feel.
Okay, the first thing that came to my mind is a flower. It's a plant, and it has some smell.
All right, Leo. You got anything, Leo? Anything? Just touch the ground if you want.
什么都没有 ，nothing.
Nothing.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
It's all right.
The other thing is give me. Can you give me? Is it man-made, natural? Is it inside, outside? Is there light? Is there anybody there? People, animals? You don't have to. The nice thing is you don't have to think about it. So when you're sitting there, when I do this on a snap view, I just start randomly putting down words. If a word pops into my mind, that's what I put down on paper. It's just, this is what I'm feeling at that moment.
The color I get is silver.
Yep.
I have no idea.
No,
Silver and shining.
Yep.
Shining.
Yep.
maybe metallic, but it doesn't make sense with my previous data because I thought it's a flower, and the flower cannot be silver and shiny.
No, but see, what you're not understanding is you're basically at my target. There's silver and there's a flower. So now you're at my target. I know you're there because that's part of my data. What you're
What?
take
What?
you give me small amounts of data. I don't care what it is. All I need from you is just small amounts of data. You're not trying to figure out where you're at. You're just giving me data. I'm going to tell you where you're at. But all you have to do is randomly, the first thing that pops into your mind, the smells, the feel, that's it. So far you've given me a flower and silver. I mean, what's it smell like? What's it feel like? What do you hear? Just the first thing that pops into your mind. What do you hear? I mean, emotions. Can you pick up any emotions? Can you, does it make you happy, sad, yada, yada, yada. The nice thing about remote viewing these targets like this in a group setting is everybody now knows that there's silver and there's a flower. You can ignore it. It could be wrong data. It could be right data. It doesn't matter. All you're trying to do is you're trying to add to the pool. And that's why I say the first thing that comes to your mind is what you want to put out there. So if you guys got, I mean, obviously you got something in your mind. Don't try to think about it. Just let me know what it is. Are you inside or outside?
I think it's an indoor environment. It's not outside.
Yep. Okay. Can you hear anything? Can you smell anything? Can you feel anything? So if it's an indoor environment, is it cold, hot, wet, humid? So I mean, what's the first thing that comes into your mind? So now you're trying to look at the conditions. I mean, okay, so if it's inside, now what do we look at?
I think I'm now filled up with my personal imaginations. It's not data anymore.
It doesn't matter. You're going to keep going with this. I'm basically acting as a monitor. So now if you felt a flower, silver, and indoors. So give me the conditions at where you're at. And then the other thing is what do you hear? What do you feel? I mean, can you actually feel any, is it power being generated? Is there no power being generated? Is it a still room? Is it quiet? Do you feel anything? So I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead and wrap this up. So you're actually in there's a hallway on one side and a large room on the other. You're in the large room, and there's plants that are growing around.
Oh, Leo just typed his data in the general channel.
Okay, let me take a look.
我好像到了草原。
Okay, so at this point, what I'd do is I would tell Leo that he's almost correct. He needs to find.
And there's one thing I didn't say previously. That is the word circular. In my data, I also perceive something circular, maybe a can, but I didn't say it because I don't feel that's correct.
No, that's okay. You guys are in two different spots. Leo's in one spot and you're in another. So if I was going to do this correctly, then what I would do is I would tell you guys to find each other, and you do that with energies.
What?
Yeah.
Find each other.
You can find.
You mean Leo is in one place at the target while I am in another place also, but at the target, and it is possible for me to see Leo when we are doing this remote viewing. Is that what you mean?
This style of remote viewing, yeah, you can find each other, and
Ah,
both are
What?
correct. Both
What?
yeah. Leo's outside looking at the outside of the damn building. You're inside looking on the inside of the building. I mean, this is, long story short, yeah, you guys are in the same place. You're looking at the same thing. He's outside, you're inside. Now, how's that for cool? I could.
But how are we going to meet each other in this way?
Right.
I wonder. I have no idea.
Right. So now it comes down to, now that you know you can do this, the target I picked was very. This is one of my favorite targets. I know where you're at. I know where you're at, and now you've got to learn how to find the people you're with in order to stay as a group looking at the same thing. So if Leo wants to come to you and take a look at your interior where you're at on the inside, he can literally find your energy signature and then hook up with you, and you guys can look around on the inside of this building. The inside of the building is really, really cool, but we could do that on another session. You guys would absolutely love it. But you did great. You found that my target was a target that me and Snowblind did, and you described a lot of the elements of the target. It's silvery on the inside. There's plants on the inside with flowers, and on the outside, it's got a huge white circular building. And they do look kind of like, there's like, I guess like a yurt looking thing out there too. So anyways, you did great. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard because I don't understand how it works. But for remote viewing, and I don't even know if it's remote viewing at this point, for remote viewing, this is really, really cool. And you did great. You guys did awesome. You literally took a look at my target. And I
So
would
what is the target? I wonder.
Well, that's the thing. I would like to take you guys back there, but I would like to take you back there with Snowblind, because me and Snowblind have been there multiple times now, and I want to go back, and there's things in there that I want to take a look at, and you guys want to take a look at it too. The thing is I'm not going to tell you what's in there because it's really cool, and then your brain, if I told you what was in there, your brain will paint pictures of what it is and where it's at, and then it'll be false.
Oh, yes, that's true. That's definitely true.
Right, front loading sucks. So,
So it's better for us to stay blind.
Exactly. So currently, Leo is standing outside looking at a huge white circular building, and it's cold, and you're inside looking at a pretty flower in a silver room. I love it. So when we go back, we'll start there, find each other, and then we'll go for a walk, because I got a lot of things to show you.
Go for a walk.
So, all right. Well, this is awesome, guys. You guys did great.
Well, is there any way for us to know that everything you told us is true, but without revealing the target?
Yeah, I can prove it's true, but I can't reveal the target yet because then I'd be front loading you, and I don't want to front load you. So I'll tell you what.
We don't want it either.
No, so I'll tell you what. What we'll do is I will say that we're going to leave this up in the air for now, but we'll go.
Or maybe you can pass the picture to ChatGPT and ask him what is in the picture, and you can just tell us the response from ChatGPT because AI will in most cases AI does not lie.
Well, the nice thing is all the data is already posted, so because the data is posted and timestamped, you'll be able to look up the data and say, you know, this is what I saw. You'll be able to actually take a look at it because it's
okay.
It's all timestamped. So, anyways, yeah, I don't want to front load you. I'd like to take you back there, and
Okay.
I want to take a large group of people to kind of gently walk through this area.
So is how many times have you done this exercise before?
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, shoot, a bunch.
Like dozens of times.
Yeah. So I like taking people to my targets, the targets that I know I like. One of them's kind of scary, and I don't like taking people there, but people have done really good. And then a couple of the targets are really, really good, and people do phenomenal there. I have another target that I go to all the time, and people have done fantastic. They go to this target, they look around, and they tell me bits and pieces of this target, and it's exactly what I originally saw. I mean, it's amazing. I do this all the time now.
So it is as if maybe our conscious mind is projected to the area you have been before.
You know, I want to say it's kind of like me. My energy is posting up on a target, and you are following me to a target. But it's just the same as if I wrote down a target number and gave it to you.
Uh-huh.
So I guess I don't know how it works.
We have no idea. No one have any idea how it actually works.
Have you heard of anything like this? I've never even heard of anything like this.
Some people may call it astral projection, or maybe out of body experience, or maybe by location. Yeah, they use all types of fancy terms for this kind of activities.
So,
But for us, we usually just call it remote viewing, and we have no idea how it works.
yeah, I mean, it could be under the general remote viewing kind of word, but I mean, I've never actually read any documents where this is actually a thing. I've never seen it in any of the documents, any books. I've never even heard of it. So this is a new one.
So are we really there at that place when we try to remote view that?
What do you mean?
I mean, are we really at that place when we try to remote view that place?
So now you haven't ended the session. You didn't say end. You didn't write down end. What do you think? Take a look around the inside of this building that you're in. You tell me. Does it feel like the inside of a building? Does it feel like you're in where you're at? You tell me. And ask Leo. I mean, Leo, do you feel like you're outside?
Yes.
Tell him to go inside one of the buildings and look around, find you. I mean,
How are you going to move in that state?
you tell yourself, walk forward into a building. You tell yourself.
So I tell myself, look for Leo, and Leo tell himself, look for Lin.
Yep. And then look around.
有点像那个电影。
我是觉得太离谱了。
So what's Leo gonna see? Leo's gonna walk forward into the building, and he's gonna look around, and he's gonna see a person standing there, and the person's gonna be you. Does Leo know what you look like?
I have no idea. Or maybe we should try to describe each other what we are wearing right now.
Yeah, there you go. You know, but the other thing is tell Leo to go to Lynn. Lynn, go to Leo. And then if you feel like there's somebody in the room with you, then you're good to go. Or if you're standing outside with Leo looking at the big circle building, you're good to go.
That's crazy.
Yeah, in this particular way we're doing it, you have to tell yourself where to go. Now, the other thing about this building is how many floors? Is it 1 floor, 2 floors, no floors? How tall is this building?
Okay, let me try. I need to close the video. Let me try, okay? I'll be right back.
Leo wants to get offline again, and he will try to do it. And come back later, maybe in 10 minutes time.
So now, okay. So what do you think, Lynn? I mean, you're
I'm fine with that.
go back to the flower, go back to the silver, and just kind of stand there and tell yourself to look 360 degrees and tell me what you see. I mean, where you're standing at, take a look. I mean, and tell me what you feel. So you're picking up right now. You're picking up the basic data. I mean, you're kind of listening to your brain, kind of throw things out there, and you're kind of trying to decide what is and what isn't. I mean, the easiest way to do this is if something pops into your brain, let me know what it is. If it feels like, sounds like, smells like, tastes like, you gotta kind of let it out, and then follow it just a little bit. Kind of follow down that path of, well, if it feels like, let's kind of work with that a little bit. So, and that's the thing is, if you think it's inside the building, let me know what inside of the building looks like. Is there light? I mean, what's in this area? And don't try to guess. Just kind of give me a feel for what you feel.
It feels like a dim environment, not well lighted.
Okay, excellent. Look at the walls. Look around at the walls. I mean, are there walls in this? Is it big? Is it closed? Is it tiny? Tell me how far away it feels that the walls are if it's inside.
My first impression is actually it's a large one, or maybe a huge one, a huge wall. But I have no idea how big that is.
It doesn't matter. It feels big. That's what I'm looking for. It feels big. Okay, so let's go with that. So now you're in this. Are you still inside the building?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, excellent. So it feels big. And you got any other colors for me? Tell me some of the colors.
Colors. It's not like white, but it's a little whitish. But I would say closer to yellow.
Okay, so is there a light? I mean, how is it yellow? If you're inside, is there like a light source that you see?
That's why I feel it's kind of dim because I don't see any light source.
Okay, cool. So when you look around, do you see any doorways, any hallways? What do you feel?
I think there are 2 doors in this building.
Awesome. Okay, so tell yourself to go to a door.
Yeah,
Okay,
there are.
Oh.
Oh, you're back.
I think there is more.
Okay.
I guess there are elevator in there, but I don't see Lin.
Okay, so I mean, does it go up, down, sideways? What does it look like to you? So, have you found a big room yet? Have you seen the big room?
I think I'm in a very big indoor environment.
Yeah. See, don't say it's a mall. Okay. So what you're gonna say is it feels like a building.
Yeah.
A mall.
I would say mall is a good description for myself because I would describe it as a mall too.
It's a great description. It's a great
Yeah,
description.
like a shopping mall, but it's not. It's not a shopping mall. It's not a shopping mall,
Yeah, I
but
don't think
it's a big place.
I don't think you want to go grocery shopping there. I can pretty much guarantee you don't want to go grocery shopping there. It'll feel like a mall, and that's a good description. But so okay, so he doesn't see Lynn. He doesn't see you, which is fine. You guys are kind of wandering around this building. I should say structure. So now the other question is, one of the things you can do is you can tell you're in a building. You can tell if you're going up, going down. You can sync through the floors. So you can go to the next levels. I mean, you guys, tell me where you're at and what you see when you get there. So Lynn, if you want to go to the door, Leo, if you want to go check out the elevator, you know, look around and tell me what you see. But Lynn, I would suggest you go for one of those doors.
I think I'm at one of the doors. I think there are two doors in this building, and I'm in one of them.
Okay.
At one of them.
So does the door lead to? What does the door lead to? Where
I
does
feel it leads outside.
Okay. Okay. Don't go outside. Stay inside.
And I have no idea, but there is one word that comes to my mind. You talk about the lighting. It occurs to me that the word that came to my mind is candles, but it doesn't make sense.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. So it's flickering light, kind of a light that varies in intensity.
Because I feel that the environment is poorly lighted, so maybe that's the reason why I think of that word.
And it is, yeah, it is a poorly lit area. But do you see, because you don't see the light sources, that's what gets me. So it's kind of like, where's the light coming from? And I have a theory on that, but I wanna see what else you can see before I say it. And Leo, where are you at? What are you doing?
I can see a lot of glass door.
A lot of what?
Glass door.
You see a glass door? What's behind?
Yes, a lot of glass door.
Okay, what's behind the glass doors? What's on the other side? Do you see people? That was my other question. Do you guys see anything? Any people or beings?
Yes, there have people that, but I don't know who is Lin.
No, that's okay. Do any of the people see you? Do they turn around and look at you? So if you see somebody, what I like to do, one of the things I like to do when I do these remote views of weird places, is I like to ask questions. I like to actually go up to somebody and say, "Hey, so
How are you doing?
exactly. How are you doing?
That's quite weird.
That's weird.
What's your name? How's it going?" Now, if we're remote viewing, people should not see us. That's rule of thumb. Now, if that person turns around and says, "Hey, how you doing?" then that's kind of weird. So
I would say that's kind of scary. It's not weird. It's scary.
right,
Yeah,
right.
it's
So
similar like the movie Inception.
yes. So now the question is, if you see people when you are walking around, do they see you? That's the question.
I think they people can't see me.
All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and stop this right now. So you guys just go ahead and write in down on a piece of paper, and then we are gonna stop this right now. And then the other thing is you guys are gonna really freak out when we find this, but when I get a chance, well, I'll let you know what it is. But
okay.
How about next week? How about next week at some time? I will let the YouTube and Twitter people know exactly where we went to, and show them where all the data is that I have for this. But so
it sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, next week I'll let you guys know. You did phenomenal. You guys make sure you write end. Make sure you stop viewing. Okay. And then we will go on to we will go through and wrap this up.
So when we stop viewing it, does that mean we are not there anymore?
Right. When you write end, it's telling your brain to shut it off. Now I don't know if it's going to actually work for you. For me it works. So is that ready?
10 o'clock.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm
Hopefully we.
Hallway, and I can see a lot of flower.
What did he say? He sees lots of flowers?
In hallway.
Yes, he's still there. Yeah, it's a plant that is in that building. All right, guys, just make sure you end, and then I will take you back there next week, and I'll tell you exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll tell you exactly where we went, and I'll show you I'll have all the documents all lined up and ready for you.
Yeah, because actually we have done quite long for this week session. It's almost 2 hours.
I know. And the funny thing is I got to take the kids fishing too, so I got to get out of here and go fishing.
Oh no, so sorry for.
Oh no.
So for.
It's awesome. We did really good today, guys. I was really happy.
Yeah. Anyways, good to have you and Leo for this week. Yeah, I really appreciate for everyone's participation because we have been too late for this week's discussion. So I think it's better for us to just stop it right now. And next week we will have a more interesting discussion and remote viewing session. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. See you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. See you guys next week.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you next time.